As you proceed through this video of Test 2, remember that all of the blue numbers to the left of each problem represent the total number of points for that problem. Since negative 2 does not equal 0, we have a false statement. Therefore, no solution is the final answer. For this problem, we can simply cancel the 8's. If 3x equals 0, then x equals 0. If we want to solve for r, we divide by pt. So r equals I divided by pt. If we want to solve for r sub 1, we're going to have to start by distributing. And now we need to get all the r sub 1's over to the same side. Next we need to factor out an r sub 1. And finally, we can divide. So therefore, r sub 1 equals r sub 2 divided by r sub 2 minus r. For number 6, the first thing we need to do is multiply both sides by 2. Next, divide both sides by h. That eliminates the necessity for the parentheses, and we can subtract b sub 1 from both sides. Number 7. 7 times a certain number is subtracted from 6. And therefore, x is 1/2. For number 8, we have an hour-long test. One part is 4 times as long as the other part. Therefore, 4x plus x equals 60. So x equals 12. Therefore, the calculator section is 12 minutes, and the non-calculator section would be 48 minutes. 3 consecutive odd integers. It's important to note in this problem that if after you solved it, you did not get an integer, something had to be wrong. So we spent a lot of time talking about different types of numbers, like whole numbers, natural numbers, rational numbers, and integers. So when you solve this, there's sort of a check built in to see if you got the right answer, because you have to at least get an integer. So this is the setup for 3 consecutive odd, and then it tells you what to do. We're going to add a bunch of things up. We're going to add the third one 3 times the second one and twice the first one. If you do all that, you should get 4. So x equals -1, and therefore the numbers that we're looking for are -1, 1, and 3. Part A, appropriate variables. The record is 52 minus 0.08 t minus 1930. To solve, we simply need to plug in 1980. That's going to be a span of 50 years. Eight times 5 is 40. So 0.08 times 50 is 4. The record is 48 seconds. These last few problems are is over of problems. So for number 11, 27 is of 45. We're looking for the percent. We can divide both of these by 9. That gives us 3/5. That means we can multiply by 20. Therefore, x is 60%. 20% of what is 16? So the setup is over of equals 20 over 100. This reduces down to 1/5. And for this one, we can simply cross multiply because x is in the denominator. So we get 16 times 5 equals x. X equals 80. $52 off. 75 is the original price. Therefore, x over 75, 48% on. Divide both of these by 4. We'll get 12 over 25. So we can simply multiply by 3 and get $36. On sale for 100, that means 100 is now on the top. We don't know the original price. 20% off, 80% on. Cancel. We can divide both of these by 20. 4/5. And therefore, 125$. And lastly, percent change. We need the amount of change, which is 33, over the original amount. We can also reduce this by 3. That'll make 11/50 times 2 times 2. 22%.